Dr. B with another Toolkit Tuesday, where I present a tool from my latest book, How to Navigate Clocksuckers and Lead a Happy, Abundant Life. If you've not already gotten your own copy or shared it with a friend or a colleague, what are you waiting for? And one of the tools that I'm going to be talking about today is in here. And if you aren't already taking notes, grab your notebook and pen right now. But if you aren't already taking notes, it's in here, so you can pick it up. I don't remember what page, but you can find it in the index in the back. And it's a kick out of like this New Year's resolution fad that we have been following for many, many years, of deciding, oh, there are these things in my life that I want to change. So I have to stop doing this thing that I don't like doing, or start doing this thing I need to start doing. And I come at it from a slightly different vantage point. So I'm going to share my exercise real quick with you. But again, you can pick up your own copy on Amazon or at my website, drbridgetcooper.com. And you can follow the instructions in there. But it looks a little like this. Pull out last year's calendar, 2025 in this case, and look at every month and pick a win and a loss from every month. Now, you might have several wins or several losses, and I don't mean just financial losses. Also, just things that just didn't go right, real stressors, problems that you had at work, in your personal life, in your health, and just jot them down. No judgments on them, no assessment of them. Simply write them down, ups and downs of every month. And then once you come to the end of the year and you've looked at that, I want you to start doubling back to each one of those months and each one of those experiences and assess, what was the energy or energies that you brought to the win moments? And what were the energies that were missing, or the energies that were way too big in the down moments? So for instance, if you got a new client and how you got there was by being enthusiastic or using diligent follow through or leveraging your connections and reaching out and asking for help, those things might go down into that energy that you brought to those wins. And perhaps there was a project that went off the rails, and maybe it was because a personal interaction kind of threw a wrench into things. So maybe it was impatience that you brought to it that really made it harder or something, right? Anyway, jot all those down. And then come to the end, and this is an exercise. This will take you maybe an hour, especially the first time you've done it. Maybe it'll take you a couple of days if you put it down and come back to it. But once you've seen all those patterns, you might see some trends. You might see that impatience really got in your way in 2025. Or perhaps enthusiasm was something that really brought up your energy and was able to create some of those wins. And I want you to think about, what are the 2 or 3 or 4 words you might select for 2026 that if you brought more of those energies, always looking toward the more versus the less. Our brains do a much better job heading towards something than pulling back from something. So kind of like if you want to quit smoking, it really is, you want to be a non-smoker. Quitting smoking, your brain has a much harder time wrapping its head around than going towards something like being a non-smoker. It's an active thing. So look at it, at that list, and see if there aren't 3 words maybe. That's always a good target. 3 words that if you went toward those energies, if you brought those frames of mind, if you brought those habits, they will end up overcoming a lot of the obstacles that you had in 2025 and bringing more of the wins and celebrations that you had in 2025 as well to 2026. So with that, reach out to me if you have any questions. If you are looking for a speaker, I'm already booking up through the end of the year at this point for coming into your organization, or perhaps maybe an association that you're going to a conference for, or if you want to work with me one-on-one or with your team, please reach out. I would love to talk with you more about more of the tools from this and also Unflappable, my last book. And with that, I want you to go take on 2026 with those energetic pushes, and I'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye.